Welcome. We are going to speak about our health. Have you been sick? Oh, sorry. So here we go. Let's refresh some vocabulary to speak about our health and symptoms connected to different illnesses. How do you feel? So, got the concept of health. That's easy. That's in Spanish, salud. The condition of the body and the degree to which it is free from illnesses, diseases, or whatever. So, healthy. That would be the adjective. I am a healthy person. I do not have illnesses. Health. All right. Let's start easy. How do you express a pain? Yes, a pain, it's a continuous or unpleasant physical suffering, and you've got a synonym, an ache, a pain in my knee, a pain in my neck, yes, and obviously you can use it or use them as, only one of them, as a verb. So you can say, my knee aches or hurts. Now, let's see some famous aches that you probably remember from level 1. A headache. Oops, have a headache. Or I have a stomach ache. A toothache. Good memory, level 1 English, come on. You can also say a backache. Oh, my backache is killing me. Or an earache. Yes, good. Not that you can combine it with any part of the body, but they are quite flexible. Okay, any other symptoms that you probably remember? Well, sorry, very sad connection, but you have probably heard about the most common symptoms of coronavirus. So the fever, a diarrhea, a cough, chills, shortness of breath. Yes, when you cannot breathe deeply. Sore throat. Okay, good memory. This is vocabulary you have already covered in previous levels of English. The new one here is probably symptom. Alright, let's move on. We have already mentioned this and you know it. Now, how do you say estoy levantando fiebre? Believe it or not, I am running a temperature or a fever. I am running a temperature. Strange expression, but it's like that. Alright, this is easy. The problem with this one is the pronunciation, because it looks strange, but it sounds different. Yeah? So you have a cough, and you can use it as a verb, and you can say, I am coughing. Cough. Yes, I know, it sounds similar to coffee. Alright, yes, you can make that connection. Cough. Alright, more illnesses and diseases and symptoms. Okay, dust makes me sneeze. Sneeze. I am sneezing. Achis, achis. And the most common thing connected to sneezing is having a cold. A cold, just to refresh, and in case you don't remember, the typical resfrío. Alright, very common. Alright, how do we express this? And this is not similar to Spanish in any way. You have a runny nose. It's just like that. Have to remember it. It's a runny nose. Yes, when liquid comes out of it. Okay. Alright, let's see some collocations, some typical verbs that you can use together with an illness. Alright, let's start easy. You have an illness, that's easy. Now, look at this. This is not level 1 English. You suffer from an illness. Yes, you suffer from, I don't know, a cold. Let's move on. You get an illness. Easy. Again, level 1. You get a cold. Now, This is not level 1. You catch it. You catch it. This is when we say te contagias. You catch it from another person. Someone else gives it to you. Yes, you catch an illness. All right. You recover from an illness. When you are finishing the period of the illness, the final stage, you recover from. You come back to normal, you. And you prevent it. You do everything in your power to avoid the illness. You prevent an illness. I am not going to make the typical example with COVID, yes, but you already know what to do to prevent COVID. Wearing a mask to prevent COVID is an example. All right, going to the doctors. What do you have to do? You have to make an appointment. Yes, an appointment, an arrangement for a meeting. This is usually confused with date because in Spanish we only have one word, cita. But in English you have two of them. And be careful because the romantic one is date. With a doctor you have an appointment. Well, unless you want to have something personal with the doctor. So you phone the secretary and say, I would like to make an appointment to see the doctor. And she offers you Monday and she asks, could you make it on Monday? This is a very frequent expression. Is it possible for you to come? Shorter. Can you make it on Monday? Very frequent expression in American English. All right. You make it on Monday. You are a patient and you go to the doctor to have a complete physical. That is also an adjective, but in this context as a noun is the complete set of tests to examine your body and discover if you have a problem. The doctor is going to run some tests. Yes, that is the expression. Run a test. Llevarlos a cabo. Yes. Patient. Alright. This patient is going to get a complete checkup, which is another word similar to the physical. Yes, it's a general medical examination to make sure that you are healthy. A checkup. Alright. Are you ready to describe your symptoms in case you need to? Go and study the vocabulary. This is going to be a challenge, of course, but very useful vocabulary. Study a lot and see you in class.